What's up, guys? Team Shift YuGiOh here. My name is Joseph. I went third place at the regionals this last weekend in Leeds. It was about 120 players roughly. So I just played standard Trickstar, no real gimmicks. So let's just get straight into the list. So Trickstar core was obviously 3 Candina, 3 Licorice, and 1 Lilybell. I kind of wanted to play 2 because drawing it, not being able to search it for the special summon can hurt sometimes, but they just lead you to drawing it more often dead, so just play the 1. If you banish it off Desires, it's not the worst thing. Hand traps, so still playing about 9, in fact it is exactly 9, so 3 Ash, 3 Ogre and 3 Droll. You can still draw a combo, people still walk into it sometimes. Ogre's really good for hitting Electromite and Ash is good all around. Out of the 3 of them, Droll was definitely the weakest one. Ghost Ogre and Ash are pretty good against most decks, but Droll doesn't always do much, I'll be honest. Sometimes I would just Reincarnation and then Droll immediately after, just to get some value out of it. But I wouldn't obviously consider cutting it. And then last 2 monsters is just 2 Eater of Millions. I swear I think I summoned this card like once the whole day, but because the deck has such a problem getting over big monsters, you couldn't really take it out. Spell cards, 3 Light Stage, 3 Terraforming, 2 Pot of Desires. Some people I've seen aren't playing Desires just because they're worried about like banishing the Lilybell, too many Licorice, too many Candina, stuff like that. I just think the extra card advantage off this is worth it. I wouldn't consider dropping it. 3 Scapegoat. Again, this format, like how this card dodged the list, I have no idea. It's just one of the best cards in this deck. It's absolutely ridiculous just flipping this in end phase and getting to do what you want on the next turn. And then we've got kind of removal. We've got Regeki Dark Hole and 3 Cosmic Cyclone. So glad I played the Cyclones. The format was so diverse that I played so many different decks. And this card is really only that bad against the Minerva deck. Every other deck, it was pretty good. And then we've got Traps, 3 Reincarnation, and then we played 4 Solemns. Strike and Judgments were really good. I was close to playing something similar to some of the lists that came out at the end of last format with even leads in the main, and last minute I changed to Strikes and Judgment, and I don't regret it. So just go into the side deck. So play Gameciel and Kumungus, just 2 Kaijus. It's obviously just mainly for things like Masterpieces and the True Dracos, because this deck struggles to get over things like that. Even more so with Masterpiece if it's unaffected by monsters. 2 Chaos Hunter. It's quite useful against quite a lot of decks. Mainly for Trickstar Mirror. But I didn't play a pure Trickstar Mirror match, so I never ended up siding this in. I wouldn't cut it though. 3 Thunder King Ryo, mainly put them in against the Mirror for going first. But actually I sided this card in going first quite a lot. I played, I think it was Shadol Dinos, and it was really strong against that deck. For the amount of searching it tries to do. Now, obviously the card doesn't stop things like Double Evolution Pill, Reborn, any effects of special summons. So obviously you do have to bear that in mind. Like, the card doesn't cover absolutely everything, but often being 1/9 and stopping things from being able to search is enough. And yes, the card does clash with Candina, but I think stopping your opponent down as much as it does is worth the stun on yourself. And then 1 Nutcracker Valley. Again, this card can hurt you sometimes because of Reincarnation, but your opponent's going to have to go out of their way to hit this card. If I'm siding this in, it's because the card hurts you more than it hurts me. So I'd side it in going first against things like Minerva, for example. And then I sided the Reborn. I didn't want to see it going first at all because the card is absolutely dead. Against some decks, it doesn't do a whole lot as well. Like against things like, I don't know, Paleo, Pendulums, True Draco, I never wanted to see the card even going second. So the card's obviously really, really strong, but I only want to see it if I'm playing going second ideally to make things like Rose, Ancient Fairy, anything like that. I'm sure there is an argument to be made for playing the main deck, but it worked out quite well on the side for this event. 3D barriers, with the format being as open as it is, I think this card is worth taking a free spots in the side deck. Pendulum is also one of the biggest decks, and this stuns it for the whole turn, which is pretty nice. It covers a lot of other decks as well, things like, say, Paleozoic. I can't think of any right now, but it does hit, obviously, a lot of decks. And the last three is just 3 evenly matched, which is obviously insane going second. And lastly is the extra deck. So 1 Holy Angel, and then we've got our Scapegoat cards, double Link Spider, double Mrs. Radiant, Borrelo Dragon, Firewall Dragon. There's like an infinite loop, but it never came up. Proxy Dragon, Acacia Magician, so you can bounce things like Kaijus back and reuse them. It never came up, but it's there if needed. Ningirasu and Ib, Deco Talker, that's all the links. And then finally, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, and Breaksword. Out of these, the Breaksword was absolutely amazing. I never made these, but I don't think there's a card I'd play in the extra deck over these two, because I think these two are really good if they ever go off. And that's it. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments down below, let us know.